This Thanksgiving has taken on a very special meaning after that powerful explosion and towering fire at the largest oil refinery in Canada in St. John. There were only minor injuries in the blast that felt like an earthquake and produced billowing and thick black smoke that could be seen for kilometers around. Our CTV team coverage begins tonight with CTV's Lyall.
Thick black smoke billowed into the skies above the Irving Oil refinery in East St. John today. Large flames soaring alongside the stacks. An explosion and fire at Canada's largest oil refinery started shortly after 10 o'clock this morning in a unit that extracts sulfur from diesel fuel. Company officials say up to 3,000 people could have been working on the site today, most of them working on the annual maintenance or turnaround project. 4 were injured, none of them seriously. It could have been much worse.
We're very grateful for how the day turned out. Fortunately, as was mentioned, only minor injuries in the incident. The unit was quickly shut down and our teams responded, both our internal teams as well as the help of the St. John Fire Department.
It took several hours to bring the fire under control. Even now there are hot spots and the site is being monitored closely. The refinery is still shut down, the night shift not reporting for work tonight. The morning shift uncertain at this point. Irving officials say they have contingency plans in place. Production isn't threatened, calling this an unfortunate and rare event. And while no homes had to be evacuated, people who live close to the refinery are being asked to shelter in place. Emergency responders continue to assess air quality. So far, so good.
We work under the direction of the boots on the ground. You know, that's a common statement that I usually use. We go by the people that are on site that can make that situational assessment, and at no point in time, Mike, did they think that we should actually evacuate the area. It seemed to be contained to that unit for their duration.
Don Darling was out of town when he got word of the explosion.
Jumped in my car and headed back towards town and of course have been in active communication with our folks since that time.
Officials say that the explosion and fire were confined to the immediate area inside the refinery. The fear and anxiety much more widespread. Steve, a lot of people rushed to different viewing areas in the city today just to get a glimpse of what was happening. Now, of course, we haven't seen anything like this happen in St. John for several decades now. But city officials are asking residents to stay away from the area for the time being until the situation is fully resolved. Steve.
All right, Laura, thanks very much. CTV's Lyall leading us off in East St. John tonight.